Okay, it is, what is it, April the 2nd, Saturday evening. Beautiful, nice evening here in Bakersfield. And we are at the Red Cross Heroes Gala. And we are with,
Michael Booker.
and you are with what?
I'm with the Kern County Sheriff's Department.
Okay, Mike, why are we here or why are you here?
I was chosen as a Red Cross hero for an event that happened in August of last year.
What happened?
Uh, we had a murderer who had killed a retired dentist, David Markiewicz, and at his retirement home. And the SWAT team, which I'm a part of, went searching for the guy. And when we did catch up to him in a house, we weren't sure if he was there or not. We entered the house to clear it to make sure it was okay. And in fact, he was there, and I was shot in the process.
Yeah, I read and heard about that. You were one of the deputies that was obviously severely injured, that was told. So, what happened? You went there in with an entire team, or what was? Give us a scene a little bit.
So we went in there. We had tracked his footprints across miles of terrain, and had tracked it to a property that had three houses on it. It was getting dark, and we were going to try and clear the houses before it got too dark, just to make sure he wasn't in there. And the first house we chose, of course, we had a small team that was the tracking team, and we wanted to clear the house. Found a sliding glass door open, and announced ourselves. And then when we went in, I had it was a master bedroom, and there was a bathroom to my left, and that was my immediate threat because I couldn't see what was in there. So I approached the bathroom to clear it, make sure no one was in there. And unfortunately, Benjamin Ashley, the suspect we were looking for, was in the hallway. He could see me, I couldn't see him at his angle, and he wound up shooting me in both arms on my way toward the bathroom. And so found myself on my back, found that both my arms were out of commission, and my team had returned fire, pushed him back to where they could get to me, and then they dragged me out of the house. And then the mission changed from going after him to get me help.
Okay, so you and your colleagues, mostly from the Kern County Sheriff's Office, basically or literally put your line on the line, your life on the line, didn't you?
I suppose you could say that.
Okay, yeah, I think that's important that people realize that, this is not just a term that is used very often, but that it really happens, that law enforcement officers put their life on the line to either save somebody or even in this case, make sure that the bad guys who, murdered already somebody get caught. So, what happened after you went to the hospital?
So I went to the hospital, obviously, got patched up, went through several surgeries. I still have a few to go. And while I was in the hospital, the team continued to search for Benjamin Ashley. And it was 15 days later, I believe, that throughout the search, he wound up going to a store in Inyokern that it runs alongside the Pacific Coast Trail, and it's where most hikers that take that trail, they'll go and re-up on food and stuff like that. He showed up there to buy candy and ice cream and some other things, and the clerk had recognized him from the news and called it in. And a couple of patrol officers in the area arrived and found him a little ways back behind the store, heading towards the trail again. And he pulled a gun on him, and they fired on him, and he ultimately died of his wounds.
So it was basically his last ice cream.
Yes, that's correct.
Which is in this case a good thing. But also these patrol officers from the Kern County Sheriff's Office also put their lives on the line, having a gunfight basically with this guys that already had a successful gunfight, unfortunately, with members of the SWAT team.
That's correct.
So you have now been selected as one of the heroes for the Kern County Red Cross. Are you connected? What's your connection to the Red Cross?
No connection. I have a commander at the sheriff's department that was on the SWAT team with me. He is retired from the SWAT team now, but he put me in for the nomination.
He nominated
Yes.
you. Yes, indeed.
And the Red Cross chose me as the law enforcement hero for this year.
Which makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
I suppose the way I look at it, every law enforcement officer that puts a vest on, puts a badge on his chest, and straps a gun on his waist, he goes out and changes people's lives every day. They're a hero just as much as I am at this point.
No, I fully agree, and I see that. And with that, congratulations for being selected, and I wish you also a very successful recovery so that sooner or later, rather sooner, you get back to work. You expect being back at full duties with the sheriff's office, right?
That's correct. I expect to get back to work. I'll be retiring from the SWAT team, but I'm also a detective with the Sheriff's Department. I'd like to get back to doing my detective work.
Okay, thanks again. All the best.
Thank you.